Yo, what is up, everyone? DJ Zeus here with yet another video. Using SCR Pro to record this because I am using my cell phone to show you screenshots of the torque application plugged into my Optima SX Turbo, and basically wanted to show you guys the difference between the stock air intake box versus an open element cone style intake filter. And basically, what I did was I did a test, uh, driving approximately a mile and a half, maybe even 2 miles, at about 45 miles per hour, just to see what the difference was in outside or ambient air temperature versus the intake temperature, running both setups. So let me go ahead and show you. Um, this is kind of the open element filter that I was telling you about. It's not, I mean, it's a short ram, but it's not like an actual kit that you can buy. All I did was I went to AutoZone and then ordered, went to like AutoZone, or I think it was Pep Boys, and I bought the Spectra 3.5 inch inlet cone air intake or filter. And then I went on Amazon and I bought a 4 inch um, long by a 3.5 inch diameter intake piping, and I basically connected it to the stock rubber hose that leads into the turbo, and put the filter on it that way. I left the stock snorkel on there, so basically I just took out the intake box and filter. Inside the intake box I have a K&N drop filter. So stock intake, let me go ahead and show you what those numbers look like. So right here, this is coasting at about 45 miles per hour. Ambient air temperature is 69.8 degrees. Intake temperature is 111 degrees. And that's going at approximately 45 miles per hour. Stepped on the gas a little bit to hit some boost. Intake temperatures went up about 3.6 degrees. But once again, I mean, this is only going at 45 miles per hour. So this is going from like 10 to about 45. Driving around the street, not trying to kill nobody, not trying to get any tickets or anything like that. So it's just for the purpose of this video. Um, yeah, if you're going over 60 miles per hour, you will definitely see a better decrease in intake temperature. And if you're going over 80, you'll see a drastic decrease in air intake temperature. Basically, going on the freeway at approximately 80 miles per hour, I've noticed that the intake temperature is approximately 25 to maybe 30 degrees hotter than outside air temperature. So that's going at 80, and obviously if you're going faster, then it's going to cool it down a lot more. This is running a stock intercooler. My car is completely stock except for the K&N drop filter on the stock intake and the open element filter on the other picture that I showed you. So this is with a little bit of boost, and this is when I got home back in my little driveway. And once again, these three pictures here are running the stock intake with the K&N drop filter. So 45 degrees, 45 miles per hour, 45 miles per hour with, going from 10 to 45 with boost. And then when I got home, just parked. So as you can see, the intake temperature is rising because obviously there's no air hitting the intercooler to cool it down. So obviously it's going to rise. Now, this is after I switched out the stock intake and put the open element filter with the intake piping as shown in the other picture of my engine bay. And outside temperature went up to 73.4, and that's just sitting in the driveway. And intake temperature is 131. This is coasting at 45 miles per hour. So as you can see, it went back up to 60, went back down to 69.8 degrees, and that's driving at 45 miles per hour outside temperature. And then intake temperature is actually lower, so it's 102.2 degrees, whereas on this one, you'll see that the air temperature is 111.2 degrees. So that is, roughly Where am I? 111 versus 102. So it's 9 degrees cooler, um, exactly 9 degrees. And the outside air temperature is exactly the same, 69.8 at 111.2, and then 69.8 at 102.2. Um, which is mind-boggling to me because open element, short ram, sucking all that hot air from the engine bay, um, should be hotter, right? I guess not. So let me go ahead and show you right here with some boost. Not quite as high of a boost because I got a little bit closer to the gate that lets me into my driveway. So I didn't get to hit that peak boost, but as you can see, the air, intake temperature went up a couple of degrees, just as it did from here to here. So it went up 3 degrees when you're in boost going under, 50 miles per hour. And then last but not least, when I got into my driveway and parked, intake temperature went up to 118.4 versus 131. No, I'm sorry, 123. So a couple degrees cooler, which is it's crazy to me. I mean, I don't know, it's nuts. And I'm not reading this backwards. I know this for a fact because the last 4 pictures that you can see on the top, there's 3 pictures on the top plus this one here. Um, those are all 4 of these pictures are taken after the stock intake was taken out, and then the last 3 from here to here to here are all with the stock intake. So hotter numbers, which is pretty crazy. What happened? And I'm making a video. So the numbers are hotter, and with the stock intake, and cooler with a short ram, which is freaking nuts. So, anyways, if you guys have any questions or comments, um, go ahead and leave them down below in the comments section. Once again, I'm using the Torque Pro app with the OBD2 sensor, Bluetooth with my cell phone. That's why these screenshots were taken with my phone. Um, yeah, I mean, if you found this video helpful or useful in any way, go ahead and give me that like button. Hit subscribe. I got some other videos coming through. I'm going to be running the open element filter for the next couple of days to see, um, if these results differ or fluctuate in any way. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. Until next time, thanks for watching. Peace.